Hi. Um, since I have a lot of my friends asking me about homeschooling with all the pandemic stuff that's going on, I decided to go ahead and make a little video just to put the information out there, so I won't have to keep typing it up type thing. If you have any questions that are not answered on this video, still y'all can PM me, message me. I'm here to help y'all, seriously. I'm not doing this because y'all are bugging me. Trust me, y'all aren't. But we're in Alabama, so Alabama has some set laws that do not apply to other places. Other states are way more laxed on their homeschooling laws. Some are way more strict. But the way I interpret the laws, which it's very important that you read them yourself so you know. But basically there are three, they say three, but I really count 4 ways that you can homeschool your kids. One is getting a private tutor or teacher and hiring them and having them come to your house and teach your kids for you. Somebody that is licensed, accredited, all that stuff. That to me would not be a good homeschooling fit for me, because that'd be more expensive than sending my kids to private school, which was the reason our kids aren't in private school, is because of how expensive it is. The second way is doing one of their online schools that is kind of like public school at home. It's basically what y'all were doing at the end of the school year that everybody hated so much. It's all online. You get teacher assignments and stuff like that. There are several homeschool groups like Alpha Omega that have the online school online. That's a little bit different than what y'all were doing, but it's still school online. And that's if you really want structure and you don't feel comfortable teaching your kid and this, that, and the other. That's what you do. Thirdly, there is, I say it's called a cover school. I don't know if that's the proper name for it. They used to call them umbrella schools whenever I was homeschooled, whenever I was little. But anyway, the cover school, basically it goes between you and the school board. You pay a enrollment fee. Usually they're not free, but it's usually way cheaper than most things. I think ours, when we first enrolled, was like $25, but I think it's gone up for new families to like $75 now. But she sends the letter to the school board stating that you are withdrawing your kid from public school and that you are homeschooling. And then you just save your documents through the year for yourself, like test scores and, just stuff showing that your kids were doing school, and you keep your attendance rolls. You have to have your attendance rolls where every day that you're learning, which you're homeschooling, so every day's a learning day, you mark on your little thing that yes, they were in school, yes, they were learning, y'all did XYZ that day. And at the end of the year, you just tell her, yes, my kids were in school 180 days. And if the school board needs it, you can submit your school roll. But most of the time, they don't require that. The fourth way is you can be your own cover school. Now, you can send in the letter stating that you're homeschooling your kids to the school board yourself, but that also requires you to go in front of the board and submit what your kids are learning, your school stuff, which to me is just way stressful. I don't like being in front of people. I don't like talking to people most of the time in large groups and stuff, so that is not for me. I do the cover school. Now, after that, After that, you just basically figure out how your kids learn. You do a little unschooling, which is a real key term, a phrase that homeschoolers use. Basically, you're just figuring out what way your kids learn best. Do they learn best doing unit studies of everything that they need to know? Do they do best with really structured, 8:30 you do math, 9 o'clock you do English, that type of structure? Or do they learn better with videos or computer work versus book work? You find the curriculum that works best for your kids. And just because you pick out a curriculum at the beginning of the school year does not mean that you have to stick with it through the whole school year. You can change it if it is not working for your kid. Homeschooling is about flexibility and finding a way that your kids learn best. I do recommend getting the What Your Put in Your Age Group Needs to Know books, just for a baseline of, hey, this is what my kid needs to know this year. But for me, I also want my kids to master stuff before they move on. Like my son, he struggles with long division right now. So instead of moving on past long division like he would have to do if he was in public school, we are going to focus on the long division until he gets it to where he doesn't feel like it's a major 3-hour long thing to do 20 problems. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense and I'm not just rambling on and on. So to start homeschooling, what do you need? You need to unenroll your kids from public school. Okay? You can do that by yourself, with a cover, online, or with a tutor. Okay? 2, get you, if you're not doing the online or the tutor, get you a, can be a notebook, or they sell specialized homeschool organizers. I like those. To write your enrollment down every day. 3, figure out the way your kids learn best. Sarah learns best with videos and apps on my phone. Ed does better with book writing and computers for some stuff. Then pick your curriculum and go for it. It's supposed to be fun, easy-ish learning. I mean, some kids, they don't want to learn at all. Like my brother used to pay me, I think it was like $10 to write his papers, so my mom wouldn't find out that he wasn't doing his writing whenever we were being homeschooled. She knew, but still, teach your kids what you feel like they need to know, and just don't stress about it. Kids learn to walk without having a tutor or a teacher. Kids learn to talk without having tutors and teachers. Some stuff, yeah, you have to have a book to learn it, but kids are sponges. They soak it in. It's not like you're going to mess this up. Well, anyway, I hope this helps.